What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Samson, and today we'll be talking about why should an African in 2024 start their YouTube channel. Now, and this is a question that a number of you have actually posed to me, and I find it to be a very valid question. You know, now I want to go step by step and take you through, guys, why should somebody in Africa start their YouTube channel and work on it. Okay, so I'm just basically going to run you through four things that I think are very important when it comes to as to why Africans should actually start their YouTube channel, especially this year 2024 and going forward. Okay, so guys, if you're new to my channel, kindly consider subscribing. Turn on the bell notification so that whenever I do post a new video, you guys shouldn't miss like any single of my upload. My name is Samson. Once again, welcome. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight in today's video. All right, so guys, the first thing that I want to tell you is all about you being proud of who you are and making sure that you tell your own stories to the world. You know, YouTube is a platform where you actually get to share, of course, via videos, whatever activity that you're doing, whatever that you think is worth sharing out there to the people. So for starters, YouTube is basically a platform where people go to if they're looking for certain answers. Okay, but now you know, people ask questions on YouTube. For example, I'll give you an example. If somebody was in Japan, somebody is, for example, in the USA, and they want to know about the mighty Victoria Falls in Zambia's Livingstone, they will go to YouTube and they will search Victoria Falls on Victoria Falls, which is basically in Livingstone, and a number of videos are actually going to pop up which people have actually produced. And now what that means is that people have done those videos. What they have done is that they have added value to those videos. They know that this is something that people are looking for. So YouTube is a place, what my point is, YouTube is a place where people go to when they are seeking for answers. Okay, so be that person that is ready to provide those answers to them. Okay, so for example, if somebody was to search for Victoria Falls, and I have personally done a video about the mighty Victoria Falls that we have here in Zambia, that we share between Zambia and Zimbabwe. I have done a video about that. So if somebody searches for Victoria Falls, that they are likely going to see one of my videos as well. There will be a number of videos because other creators have actually done such kind of videos before. So there will be, but mine will also be part of those that will be recommended to such kind of a person who is going to search for Victoria Falls. So basically what I'm saying is that I'm providing answers to the world, to the people out there that are looking for that kind of content. Okay, now this can be in any type of niche, of which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. I'll talk about the different niches which you can actually join and start producing. So now I'm basically talking about telling our own stories. For example, Africa has been dented with so many but you know, people consider Africa to be this dark continent from time immemorial. If some of you that have read history books, they will tell you that this first white guy that came to Africa, they actually reported to their masters and said, look, we found a dark continent and it is rich in this, it has this and that. But then they didn't like the people that are there because of their way of life and stuff, which was totally different from the Europeans and the American way of life. So but then the narrative has always been in the negative. You know, so the whites have actually been telling a negative story about Africa, but I think it's time for us as Africans to tell the positive part of Africa that will actually going to be embedded in other people's minds, like out there. You know, people need to change. We need to change our narrative of about Africa. So it is only if we start telling our own stories that the world is going to consume that story. For now, what I'm saying is the world is basically consuming the Western story, which is a one-side story, if I may put it that way, which is basically the one-side story. They don't tell their friends both sides of the story. You know, like you say, one story may have two kind of faces. You know, so in Africa, we are condemned. Like people think, okay, this is just a dark continent and stuff. It's just now that a number of other creators are coming up and they're showing us what sort of a continent Africa is in a different way, because of it, in a different way. When you look at it from the perspective of a European and an African telling their own story, an African, when they're telling their own story, it shows more of the two types of the both sides of the story. Actually, you see for example, in my videos I show you guys a ghetto, like a typical ghetto, an African ghetto, and I'll do another video, I'll show you guys a very rich neighborhood. So basically we're looking at things in both angles. But then the Europeans and the Americans and some part of Asia, they always give this negative kind of African story. You know, they portray this narrative in the African story in a very bad way. You know, so I think it's time for us to start telling our own stories. This can be, you know, you can go out there, vlog, you know, show people around, show people, for example, the different shopping malls that you have, how rich our culture is. You can go to places like here in Zambia, where I am. We have like different traditional ceremonies that occur every now and then. Every single year, we've got a lot of them that are actually out there. For example, we've got Nchwala ceremony, which is actually celebrated by the Ngoni people of the eastern part of Zambia, and on the western part we've got like the Lozi people who actually celebrate what we call the Kuomboka ceremony, which is a very big and very beautiful, colorful ceremony that they actually do. And then you've got on the northern part, you've got Kusefia Pangwena and all these other traditions which are very rich, and would love the African to tell their own stories about these particular traditions. They are beautiful. They're all beautiful. They are colorful. When you go there, you enjoy yourself. So, but if somebody from the Western world comes and tells you like, no, the chiefs don't wear anything, they only have this and that. No, the people of eastern part of Zambia, they've got. There's a story behind it. There's a story behind every single part of what happens at a traditional ceremony. So it's up to us to tell them that this is the story, the real truth about this particular tradition and what it means, and then they get to understand, instead of letting them portray this bad picture about Africa. So it's time for us to do our own stories, tell our own stories. Okay, that's the first point that I wanted to share with you. But then the second one is on YouTube, there's basically you gain some financial freedom. You know, like as an African, I mean, almost everyone in Africa, you can actually get your channels monetized. If you're wondering how, because your country is not part of those countries that are listed as among channels that can be countries that can be monetized, you can still monetize your channel. You just have to have to, if you find it difficult, you can hit me up on Facebook as Samson the Roadman. That's my Facebook Facebook account. Okay, my Facebook page, Samson the Roadman. That's so go there, drop me a message, and we figure out how we can actually help you. But of course, I do charge a certain fee, so I can run you from where you want to start your YouTube journey from until you get monetized, and then you say, okay, that's fine now. So financial freedom, when you get monetized on YouTube, of course you'll be getting a bit of money from YouTube. Now this money, because YouTube pays you according to the viewers location and the number of views that you are actually getting. So when you are telling stories, your videos are very interesting, people are liking them, you can actually get paid like a lot of money. It's a free world. There's no limitations to how much you can earn on YouTube. You can earn even like $1 million US, which is okay, you know, which is very good. Actually, I've met people that are making like 20,000 US per month, and I've met people, of course, who are making like a 2,000, 1,000 US. I've met a Zambian who is actually making like every month they are making like 500 US, something like 1,000 US, because you know, like YouTube in Zambia where I am, this is like a new thing, and people are excited, you know, when they get started with the monetization, they are making money, they're excited, you know, it's a happy faces that you see always. The thing is, but the point is, there's financial freedom, you know, like you get paid for whatever that you're doing, for doing what you like, you know what I mean? So which is, I think it's a very good thing. I know what they basically mean when they say you can't monetize the viewers that are coming from a certain country. What they are basically referring to is the fact that when somebody is watching your videos from a country that is not listed as one of the monetized countries, it means when a viewer watches your video from that particular country, you are not going to get paid for that view, you know. But then, like I've said, there are a lot of people that are in this world. Like, you've got billions of people in this world, so the audience is very big. So you can get your views from China, from the USA, you can get your views from the UK, you know, Canada and all that. And those countries are they've got like a high, what you call CPM, like a cost per 1,000 views, you know. So people from these countries, viewers from these countries, earn you a lot of money on YouTube, you know what I mean? So the audience is very big. Don't say your country is not monetized. Hit me up on Facebook and I'll show you how it can be done. Of course, I charge for that, like I've said. Okay, so apart from financial freedom, YouTube also gives you that freedom to work at your own pace. You know, you can decide to say, okay, today I think I'll just be dropping like videos like maybe twice or 3 times a week, you know. So then you begin to drop those videos each, maybe you say, okay, on Saturday I'll drop one video, on Wednesday I'll drop one video, and maybe, oh yeah, on Tuesday I'll drop one video, and maybe on Thursday I'll drop another video. So like that. So you work at your own pace, and then you don't have like to wake up like early in the morning. I mean, like 05 a.m. you're up and then you're preparing to go for work. No, you can actually wake up maybe at 10, because you know the good part is with this is that you'll be making money while you are sleeping. You know, like you can be sleeping, you're in your bed, somebody in the USA is watching your video, and you know, they're making you money. You know, somebody in France, in Japan, they can be watching your videos. In Australia, they're watching your videos and while you are sleeping. So to some extent, this is more like a passive income, like, you know, of some sort. But then others, like I'm saying, who I'm referring to in this particular instance is that this is somebody that has taken up like YouTube to be like more like their full-time job, you know. So you can get to that level, but you need to go like steady, do it like step by step, you know what I mean? So that is a third point. You can work at your own pace. You don't have to be rushed by your boss somewhere like pushing you around, you know. So that's one of the benefits of you like going full throttle on YouTube and creating content which is captivating to your audience, you know. And then we can talk more about working at your own pace sometime later. But then we'll talk about the fourth one, and this is to do with freedom to do what you like. There's nothing good, better in this world than you doing what you like. I know a number of people that have always said, okay, I'm doing YouTube, but really it's not like something that I like that I'm doing. But the thing is, you have options. Like, for example, if I like cars, I can always go out there during the motor where there's maybe rallies, or maybe there's for example, there's people that are selling vehicles. I can go there and just show people what kind of a vehicle is this. I explain to them, because if I'm a car enthusiast, I can always have all these details about certain cars, and I can make it as, if I like cars, I can always be vlogging about cars. I can always be doing car reviews, or maybe how to drive and things like that. So there's always something that is very interesting. And then you can as well, for example, if you're to get into that kind of content, you can always see people that are companies that are selling cars. If they want you to advertise for them through videos, you can simply go there and sign some form of a partnership where you can actually be kind of advertising their cars, and that also will give you money. That's now extra money that I'm basically referring to here. But they can get you money directly, but as well as YouTube will also be paying you. So freedom to work, to do what you like, it's something that is that cannot be compared to anything in this world. There are a lot of people that always go for work. They are doing a job which they don't even like. They're doing it because they just want to get paid and then go home. That's it. Now, that way you're not going to improve yourself, because you understand that, okay, what you're doing is not something that will take you anywhere. You're just doing it for the sake of the paycheck that you are actually going to get at the end of the month. But on YouTube, you can basically choose. For example, like the example I've given, where you like cars, do videos about cars. Where you like cooking, especially for ladies that love cooking, they can actually be in the kitchen, whatever they are preparing, they do a video about it. For example, like here in Zambia, we've got like our main staple food is nshima. So ladies can, or not only ladies, but even men, in your house, you can actually show people how that nshima is prepared, like from start to finish. Okay, here you boil water, and then the water, when it reaches this temperature, okay, you put like mealy meal, from that stage. Okay, you show people all those such kind of things. So like in Zambia, we also have like a very typical meal, a typical relish, which is called lumanda. A lot of people would love to have, a lot of them may have seen it, but then they don't know how to prepare it. So if you love cooking, this is some form of a niche that you can actually venture into. Do videos about cooking, because that's what you love, that's what you like. You love baking, yeah, do videos about baking. Maybe somebody has given you an order, they have a birthday somewhere out there, and you can do a video about you preparing that cake, from scratch, because this is so you see, you're doing something that you like, but at the end of the day, you're also going to get paid for it by YouTube, for showing people how to do this beautiful cake for a wedding. The wedding guys that have hired you to do that cake, they are going to pay you, but as well as YouTube as well is going to pay you. So you can incorporate such kind of ideas. If you're a mechanic, you're working on a vehicle, show people how it's done, how you can work. If a vehicle has such kind of a problem, how they can go about it, like repairing it. Show people how that is done. You're an electrician, you're doing your electrical wires in a house. Make sure that you do a video about it and post it on your YouTube channel, because you're doing a job of which you are going to be paid, but also the video that you post on YouTube is also going to give you a bit of money. So that's a good part when it comes to YouTube. So it can give you that financial freedom. You can have like multi streams of income. So while you're doing your job, you're filming, you're doing this, and then you get paid like double. You know, YouTube pays you. The owner of the car that you've worked on also pays you. You know, so that's how it is. You're doing what you like, but you're also getting paid for it. So that's about, those are the 4 things that I wanted to share with you guys. But also, others may be wondering, like, okay, how do they start? What should they do? Okay, so I've always told people, like, you see, on YouTube, there are a lot of like kind of niches, okay, which people can actually venture into. When I talk about niches, I'm basically looking at topics that you can do videos about, you know. So for starters, like I've said this before to some of you guys that have followed me for quite some time. On YouTube, there are these niches, different types of niches, and it's very broad, like, you know, very, very big, because the audience, like I said, we've got like billions of people on YouTube that I mean, you've got like billions of people in the world that are waiting to have got like different tastes. So even the niches that you do need to be, you know, the niches that are over there, they are broad, like so many niches. But I'll talk about the 5 most common niches, like, which you can find on YouTube, and maybe some of you may be wanting to join one of them and begin to create videos about them. Okay, so the first one is the most common ones. The first one is basically the gaming. So the first one is a gaming niche. Now, when you talk about gaming, you're basically, it has a massive audience for starters, but then this is where you do like it has niches under it. It has like niches such as let's play, you know, tutorials, game reviews, and things like that. So if you are a gamer, you love games, you can do a review about a certain game, or you can play that game on YouTube, and you have this audience. People, the audience is very big for gaming, that I can't deny. So the audience is big, but then you need to be like very very careful with how you go about it. So you can do reviews, which are very good. When you play it, you need to add like your commentary. While you're playing, you're kind of commentating on whatever that is going and things like that. So it's a very good niche as well. So you can get into what you call reviews. There's PC gaming, there's console gaming, what's the other one? I think I get mobile gaming as well, you know. So that's another type of gaming content that you can post on YouTube. Okay, but then let's move to the second one. The second one is actually what we are calling the short form content. Now, short form content is very common nowadays, because these are basically like a 1-minute video. Okay, like on YouTube we call them shorts. Okay, they're called like shorts, but this is also how TikTok started. If you remember, those that have been on TikTok for a long time, TikTok was only allowing you to post a video like for, I think, is it 30 seconds, and then they moved to 1 minute, yeah, like that. So that is basically like short form content. Okay, so on YouTube we call them shorts. Okay, so these include things like dance, you know, people can dance. Others do like pranks, you know. Others do things like DIY, which is do it yourself. I've talked about pranks as well. There's also like challenges, you know, where people do like challenges and things like that. So those are sub niches. If you want to do like short form content, those are some of the things that you can actually focus on, like DIY, challenges, pranks, dance, you know, and things like that. Okay, so basically when you're looking at short form content, it has like a wider audience, because if the algorithm favors the short term content more as compared to the long form content. Okay, but then, so this means that for example, YouTube recommends those short form contents to a bigger audience as compared to those long form content videos. Okay, so now let's move to the third one. The third one is basically called lifestyle and vlogging. Okay, so lifestyle and vlogging. So this is where basically you can do videos. The sub niches under this one, it also has like a good audience. But then the sub niches about this one is includes things like cooking videos, okay, traveling, of which this is a niche that I also do on my channel, which is called Samson the Roadman. Okay, so traveling, fashion, beauty, food, fitness, family vlogs. So there's a list of things. I've seen there's a Zambian lady that is based in the United States that is doing very well when it comes to family vlogs. You know, so there are quite a number of people that are actually very well that are doing very well when it comes to such kind of niches. I've met like people through my traveling journeys. I've met people like big YouTubers that do traveling videos. You know, I've met, in fact, Zambians that are doing very well on YouTube. A few Zambians that are doing very well on YouTube. Like they earn like a lot of money just doing traveling videos. But of course, the niche, the traveling videos, is not like a very cheap thing that everybody can just wake up and do. It's very expensive. Like traveling from places to places, it's challenging, and it has a lot of. But you can start from where you are. Like you can start from where you are. You can do maybe cooking videos. You're just in your home. You're preparing a supper. You're preparing breakfast. You show us how you do it and things like that. Maybe you're washing dishes, you're cleaning the house. All those are videos that you can do and you post. Those basically are part of this lifestyle and traveling, lifestyle and vlogging. Like in Zambia, we've got this man called Simon Mwewalen who is always vlogging in the streets around his businesses, you know, and he's got a very big audience on Facebook, even on YouTube. Like, you know, yeah, he has this good audience, at least even on YouTube. So we've got like people like that are doing it in that way. Okay, so we move to the fourth one. There's what you call education and how-to videos. So education, this is where you provide tutorials. If you are, for example, you're very good at English, you know, with the distinctions, some of you have gotten distinctions, and then you can teach English, for example, online. Okay, or maybe accounts. I was actually talking to a certain gentleman who is focusing. I actually opened the YouTube channel for him, and he will start posting a lot of videos about accounting. Okay, it's called Daniel, yeah, tutor Daniel D. Yeah, so you can check his channel out. He's going to be posting a lot of videos. We just opened his channel today, so that is part of it. You know, you can become a tutor and teach people online, you know. And I know another guy who does mathematics, is very good at it, and is online, is teaching now on YouTube, which is a very good thing. How-to videos, it's also educational, you know. For example, I can tell you to say, okay guys, this is how to check if somebody has hacked your phone. Dial this number and do this and that and that. I can do videos, for example, to know if somebody has hacked your WhatsApp. Okay, I'll show you, and things like that. I actually did a video about that, which I'll put up there on this YouTube channel. So those are how-to videos, you know, how to do this, how to do that, so the educational videos as well. So that's another niche that you can actually get into, you know. But then let's talk about the fifth one. The fifth one is basically what you call true crime and mystery. You know, when you talk about true crime and mystery, you're basically looking at you're basically talking about for example, the niches that you can get into, for example, things like unsolved crimes, unsolved cases. Okay, this one murdered this one. They are to talk about different crimes that are happening, unsolved crime, or maybe something happened, something strange happened. Like, okay, like in 1978 in Zambia, there was this kind of a plane that came, but it was all round, and then it contained like these short people that you know, and then later on when people saw them, they decided to run, they jumped on this plane and they took off and things like that. So you tell them all these beautiful mysteries, beautiful crimes that have never been solved, and things like that. Like there's this guy that I've followed. I don't know if it's Nigerian or Ghanaian. He's called, I think his channel is called True Crime Daniel. True Crime Daniel, something like that. You can check his channel. So that guy talks about unsolved crimes. He talks about what happened to this girl. She was found dead, but then the stories that follows, it was like this and that. So he tells you a story of this murder case and things like that. So basically what I'm saying is these are some of the niches that you can get into. You know, start telling people these stories, start telling people, giving people such kind of content, and people are going to love you. And so I'm happy that I've spoken about the different niches that are here on YouTube. There are many more other niches, so it's up to you guys to choose which one you like. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video up to this far. My name is Samson. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I like you. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also give this video a thumbs up. That way you'll be helping the channel to grow. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. My name is Samson, and remember, if you want to monetize your channel and you think you can't because of the country, make sure that you hit me up on Facebook at Samson the Roadman. That's my page. So thank you so much. I'll see you again. Bye bye for now.